Man, Cowboys is straight trash. I mean, hot ass garbage. What they lost? 34-10 tonight? 34-10, they own backyard. This is their fifth straight loss. I mean, number 5 in a row. Just terrible. Houston, they just came out hot. They started hot. Mixon, man, it wasn't nothing they could do with Mixon. Joe Mixon went crazy on him in the first half. I ain't gonna tell you how much he ended with. The first half, he had 71 yards, 2 touchdowns, and I think he had, let me see the stats. 37 reception yards. Terrible. And then at the beginning of the third quarter, the Dallas defense was trying to do a little something, make a couple stops, whatever, you know what I'm saying? It was slow. But then, man, after that, towards the end of the third quarter and all for the whole fourth quarter, man, the Houston offense just owned them. They just owned them. That boy Joe Mixon had 20 carries for 109 yards and 3 touchdowns tonight. He was averaging 5.5 yards a carry on Dallas. CJ Stroud, he had an okay game. I will say he managed to hit 8 different receivers tonight. He was 23 for 34, in which he had 257 yards, no touchdowns. That's surprising. 1 interception. CJ Stroud is starting to slow down from how he looked last year. I mean, I know he's been missing Collins. Collins was gone for a while. I know Stephon Diggs, he tore his ACL. But he still has weapons. He got Dale. I mean, he got Collins back now, but he still had weapons to throw to. So maybe because he didn't have a deep ball receiver like Collins, maybe. But Dale, I feel like Dale is one of those receivers that can get downfield. You know what I mean? I don't know what's been going on with Stroud. But, he still managed to get by. I mean, at the end of the day, they lead the AFC South. So I would like to see him get back in rhythm, though, because he is one of my favorite quarterbacks in the league right now. So hopefully he get it back together. I don't know what happened to the Cowboys. I mean, defense, they just wasn't there all game. I mean, they tried to do a little something in the beginning of the third quarter, but after that was it. That was it. They could not do anything in the first half. Fourth quarter, they just got demolished. All right, now when it comes to their offense, Cooper Rush, at the beginning in the first quarter, he looked, I will say this, he looked better than what he did last week. He looked more calm and poised back there. He was making a couple plays, drove the ball down the field. They got a touchdown. I was like, okay, this is different Cooper Rush. Now, you know what I'm saying? Maybe last week was just a bad week. Maybe it was just a bad week. But, yeah, after that one touchdown, man. Cooper Rush was 32 for 55 with 354 yards. He managed to target at least 11 to 12 receivers, and they still couldn't get it done. 354 yards. He threw over 100-something more yards than CJ Stroud, and they still couldn't win. And they still only scored 10 points. CeeDee Lamb got 8 receptions for 93 yards. Boy, that was the quietest 93 yards I've ever seen. I didn't even know he had 93 yards. Maybe that deep pass that he got towards the end of the game, maybe that helped him get to 93, because I didn't see it. Did y'all see it? I didn't see it. Maybe I'm tripping. Am I tripping? Man, the Texas defense was on the Cowboys' neck, boy. They was on their neck. They was on their heels, especially when it come to that boy, what's his name, Stingley? That DB? That boy got a bright future. I'm going to tell you right now, he going to be a big problem in the future. I'm telling you. Out there, man, holding CeeDee Lamb like that. Got an interception. He almost had about 3 of them. He had a chance to get about 3 interceptions tonight. I think on one of them, he got offensive pass interference on Lamb in the end zone. He could have picked that one. That was right in his hands. If Lamb didn't hit that other arm, man, it was a pick. Then there was another one he dove for. He just dropped it. He just dropped. That boy got a bright future, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like what I see in him. I like what I see in Texas defense, period. They got a lot of young talent on their side. My main question is, what is the Cowboys gonna do from here? They weren't making plays, dropping passes. The offensive line looked terrible, especially in the fourth quarter. They just got defenders running right by them. Right by them. I don't know what's going on with them boys, man, but you could tell within their play call that they still trying to fight, right? They still want to win games. I can't remember if it was the first quarter or the second quarter when they made an aggressive play, a very gutsy play, and doing the fake punt. So you can tell that they really still want to win. But if you ask me, I feel like they should go ahead and tank the season. Go ahead and tank the season. Try to get you a good draft pick. At this point, I don't know who you going to get. I don't know if you need an offensive player, defensive player, or both. But they need to do something. They gotta do something, man. Cause this ain't the move. Especially to be the quote unquote American team or whatever you want to call them. But look, what my boy Shay say, man, they take you everywhere you want to go, but the Super Bowl. And look, the only thing looking good for the Cowboys right now is their kicker. Okay, I think what his name, Aubrey. Now he tried to do what he could for the Cowboys, man, but it wasn't enough. But I will shout him out, man, because he definitely made I think like 2 or 3 50+ field goals for them. I think it was like 2. I think it was only 2. Now, I don't know what is going on in the NFL right now, but when it comes to kicking, man, it is an all-time high when it comes to 50+ yards. I think it's a record. I think right now, back in the day, man, you probably only get 10 of those. You know what I'm saying? But this season, I think it's over 30-something 50+ yard field goals already. And this is week 11. My goodness, man. This kind of make me appreciate NFL a little more because now it's more talent than just receivers and linebackers. You know what I mean? Skilled players. You got kickers and punters that's out here really doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? You got punters out here kicking 60-something yard punts. You feel me? And I know a lot of people may not understand the game of football when it comes to that, but that's very important. Back in the day, if the offense was on their own 5-yard line, you pretty much already knew when the punter come out and punt the ball, the opposing team was going to already be in field goal range. But now, you can get a punter that punt it and punt it all the way to the other end zone. Like, no lie, man. So, you know, shouts out to the whole game of the NFL, man. Shouts out to every single player, especially the punters and kickers. You know what I mean? Because y'all really doing y'all thing this year. I ain't even going to lie to you. What is the Cowboys going to do from here? Do y'all think they should tank the season? Do y'all think they should just go ahead and lose the rest of their games for the rest of the year and just try to go ahead and focus on getting a pick next year? Should they focus on getting some trades? What do they need to do to fix this organization? How did they go from being so good last year, year before, you know what I'm saying, and just going straight downhill? I know they got a couple injuries, whatever the case may be, but they didn't look good from the jump. From the jump, like we can't sit here and just be blaming it on injuries, bro. Look, I don't want to hear that, bro. That's the game of football. People get hurt. You look at the Chiefs. Look at my boy Mahomes. All his receivers gone. Now, luckily they was able to get Hopkins, but they were winning without him. they were undefeated without him. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't want to hear about the injuries, man. That ain't crazy. Y'all let me know, because I really don't understand why they so sorry. I really don't.